Making the transition from individual contributor to team leader is challenging. What got you to be a successful sales professional and be promoted to sales leader isn't going to get you to the next step in the org chart. Promoting an advancement in sales is based on doing your current job efficient. Being an individual contributor is fairly easy. You contribute to your own numbers, you manage your own pipeline, you manage your own prospects, you pretty much determine your own income. When you move into a position of leadership and now you manage a sales team, you don't have as much direct control. You don't have as much control on the pipeline management. You don't have as much control on the income. You are now trusting your livelihood, your income, your career path based on the team you manage. And here are two areas that new managers struggle with. Number one, don't assume everyone works like you did. When you're a sales rep and you're successful, it's really easy to develop a heightened level of confidence. It's really easy to know that you're doing the job effectively. We get this false sense of security that everyone does it that way. If you're watching this right now and you're a successful sales rep, I bet without thinking hard, you can name two other sales reps who aren't successful. I bet you can name 10 other sales reps who aren't successful. You see, when you get into sales leadership, those unsuccessful reps, they sometimes end on your team. And as a sales manager, when we're new in this role, we have a hard time grasping that not everyone does what we did. Not everyone has the same level of intensity. Not everyone has the same level of salesmanship. Not everyone's going to forecast. Not everyone, bottom line, is going to work as hard as you. If you move into sales leadership with that expectation, you're setting yourself up for heartache much later, because the cold reality is not everyone's going to work at that same speed. So it's in your benefit to set the expectations early that you are going to create people who work hard. You're going to create people who are going to be tenacious. You're going to create people who are going to be like you once you were a sales rep. Don't assume they automatically have that skill set. That's the first mistake. The second mistake that a new manager makes is they try to do everything at once. You are just one person. You will not be able to do everything. You have to pick the tasks that are of high importance, that are of high priority, and execute on those. If you try to accomplish everything and you scratch the surface on everything, you'll get deep on nothing. If you're trying to be Mr. Recruiter, Mr. Motivator, Mr. Closer, Mr. Prospector, Mr. Follow-up, Mr. HR, and all the other hats that come with sales leadership, from the beginning, you're going to be Mr. Nobody. You're not going to execute on anything, or Mrs. Nobody. Let me be clear. So when you make that transition to sales leadership, you can't take on all the responsibility. Execute high important, high priority items first. Typically, these are your revenue producing activities. Two, don't assume that everyone around you works the way you did. Look, you got promoted because you were successful. Those around you did not get promoted. Doesn't mean they're not successful. It's just they're not in that position you have taken. And that position is to lead, develop, motivate, inspire, generate revenue. Recruit, we can just start adding a bunch of different titles. But the bottom line is they're not going to be like you. You have a new role. Embrace the new role. Focus on the key important factors first. Don't spread yourself too thin, and don't assume everyone acts just like you. That's what I got for you today. This is the Catapulting Commission Sales Blog. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you next week.